Okay, today is the 6th of July 2005. The time is 3:45 p.m. We're in an interview room at the Nerang Police Station. My name's Detective Sergeant Tracy Patricia Barnes from the Regional CLB and my registered number is 5108.
My full name is Mark Ian Wright. I'm a Detective Senior Constable of Police. My register number 7007 and I'm from Richard CLB.
Brett, can you just state your full name, thanks?
Brett Cowan.
What's your date of birth, Brett?
18969.
And your current address?
82 Bonnie-Doon Road, Ukai. 2484.
Where were you born, Brett?
Bunbury, Western Australia.
Brett, as I explained to you, we're currently investigating the disappearance of a young boy called Daniel Morcombe. He was abducted from the side of the Nambour Connection Road on the 7th of the 12th, 2003. You clear on what I want to talk to you about?
Yes.
You've previously been interviewed by detectives involved in that investigation, is that correct?
Yes, I have.
All right. You're here today of your own free will? You've attended the station on your own here?
Yes.
All right, you understand that you're not under arrest, so you're free to leave at any time should you wish to. Before I ask any questions, I must tell you that you have the right to remain silent. This means that you don't have to say anything or answer any question or make any statement unless you wish to do so. However, if you do say something or make any statement, it will be recorded here on the tapes and will later be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand also that you have the right to telephone a friend, relative or solicitor and speak to them and have them present whilst you're being questioned? If you wish to do that, we can wait a reasonable time for you to do. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Anyone you need to have here with you?
No.
Okay, if there's anything you don't understand whilst I'm talking to you about this, just let me know and I'll clarify it for you. Can you just cast your mind back to the 7th of the 12th and get that time right? Yeah. And just tell me what you were doing on the 7th of the 12th, which is a Sunday. Where were you living at that time, if we just start with that?
73A Elks Pinch Road.
Right, and just if you can... Yeah, at Biwa. Okay, so if you can just go through what you remember about it, that'd be good.
I was home all day, working in the garden in the afternoons, or in the morning and the afternoons, cutting down some trees, tidying up my gardens. I rang my boss's father up around lunchtime, asked him if I could borrow his mulcher, so I could mulch what I'd cut off the trees and everything. Not 100% sure on the time that I left home to go up there and pick it up. After 1, I think. And went up there, picked it up, more or less went straight in. Was there for about 10 minutes talking before I loaded it. Loaded it in, tied it in, and then left and went straight home.
Right, and where did you have to go to pick it up?
To Nambour, to Coolwoolman Road, Nambour.
Right, how long do you estimate it would take you to drive from your home address to where you went to pick up the mulcher?
It's approximately half an hour, 45 minutes. Half an hour to 45 minutes.
Half an hour to 45 minutes?
Depending on the traffic.
Being a Sunday, do you think it would have been closer to the 30 or...
Yeah, it would have been closer to the 30 to 45.
Okay, so you drove there. How long do you reckon you were there?
All up.
So you reckon it's just after 1?
Yeah, it was...
So say it takes...
Would have been 1:30 at like 1:30.
When you got there?
No, when I left home.
All right.
I'm not 100% sure on the time that I left home anyway.
And how long do you estimate you were there? 10 to 12 minutes, you said, Joe?
10 to 15 minutes.
And then say, to be safe, so we said 40 minutes to get there, yep. 15 minutes there, 40 minutes to get home.
Yep.
So we're looking at 95.
Yep.
So about an hour and a half. So say you left at 1:30, you're home about 3.
Yep.
You left at 1, you're home about 2:30.
2:30. Yep.
All right. Did you see a young boy standing under the Kill Mountain Road overpass?
I didn't see anybody standing there.
Right. Did you see any cars or did you notice anything unusual?
No.
So if you left at 2:30, if you left at 1:30, 2:33, you're home at 3. 2:30. Right. Okay, and when when you've previously spoken to, you've consented to having your car examined and to giving DNA and that sort of thing. At this time, we're talking about December 2003, you're involved with the church up there, is that right?
No.
No?
I was going to the church there, but I hadn't been going for quite a while.
Which church are you talking about?
Christian Outreach Centre.
Is that the one behind the Kill Mountain Road over past it? So you didn't go to church that day?
No.
Right.
I think Tracy might have gone in the morning.
Right. That's your ex-wife?
No, I don't think she did actually. She was at home.
Can you recall the phone number that you had connected to your house at Ellis Pinch Road?
5494 0358.
What about 0328?
28, yeah.
Right. We've conducted analysis on that phone.
Yep.
There was a phone call made at 8:51 in the morning
Yep.
to a fellow called Andrew Stevens. Do you know him?
Yes. I think. Andrew Stevens.
I've got his number here, 54390409.
5439.
It's a Sunshine case number.
I'm not 100% on that.
That was at 8:51 in the morning.
Yeah, not sure.
Not sure. Right. The next call was made at 12:50, which is 10 to 1, where you call Frank Davis.
Yep.
Right, so that's 10 to 1.
10 to 1, yep.
Right, so that's prompted you, like, do you know, can you tell me, did you call him, then did you go straight away?
More or less.
So it's probably about like 1 o'clock that you left home, if it was 10 minutes.
Yep.
And there's one at 8 minutes past 6 that night to Clayton's Towing.
Yep.
Yeah? You were working for Clayton's at the time, were you?
Yeah.
So... Do you know, did you have a mobile phone with you in the car as you were driving up to Frank's place?
Kept my mobile phone with me.
What's that number?
0428 177, no. 0427 117 484.
Sorry, 042?
7
Yeah.
117
Yeah.
484.
484.
0427 115. Yeah.
Did your wife have a...
Yeah, 0416 117 484.
0416?
Yep, same as the other.
117 484.
Yep, yeah, it's still connected.
Still can't. Do you know if you called your wife from your mobile after you've left the house that day?
I don't think I did. I don't think I called anybody.
You don't think you called anybody?
No. Not from like when I went to pick up the mulch and I got on that.
Yeah, there was a call made. There was a call made from your landline. Oh, it might be on here. Yeah. Yeah, this phone number 0427 117 484 called your home number at 12:58. Keeping in mind 12:50, your home rang Davies, and at 12:58, your mobile rang your home number. So would you say you were on the road by then, or?
Yeah, would have had.
So that's clarifying. Basically, you're on the road at 12:58.
Yep.
And that was the phone number that he had. He was using that, but it was in Tracy's note. Right, so you're saying, yeah, you were on the road at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Right, so it's most likely you arrived home at 2:30, yeah? Hour and a half, 90, we've worked out about 90-minute round trip by the time it took to talk to the people and pick it up. What happened when you got home?
Just got straight into mulching up the trees.
Mm-hmm.
After I finished, cleaned up, had a shower and stayed home.
Did anyone help you do the mulching or anything?
No, the next door neighbours heard it.
Yeah?
It was a petrol one. Both next door neighbours heard it, and I think Eric, the landlord's son, might have come outside.
Oh, okay.
He actually came over later on when I was starting to finish up and was over there having a look and that.
Oh, okay, so he came over and spoke to you afterwards. So you thinking now you probably got home at 2:30?
Yeah, around 2:30.
Putting that you got home about 2:30, you would have been coming past the Kill Mountain Road overpass somewhere in the vicinity of 2:05.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah? And you didn't see anything?
No, there's nobody standing there.
Did you see any buses in the area that
I've
day?
seen the broken down bus.
Where was that at? Do you remember? You saw the broken down bus at Woombai.
The one guy turned off.
Was there any people at the bus or
Yeah, there was people still on the bus.
when you went past the first time? Was that going up to Nambour or coming back? Do you remember?
I didn't notice it coming, like going up there.
So coming back, you
Coming
saw a
back, I
bus
noticed it, yeah.
with people on it. When you say people on it, just one person or?
I think there was a couple of people on it. There might have even been a couple of people standing off of it as well.
Just the one bus?
Yeah, there was only one bus there.
Righto. Is there anything else you can recall about that day that you saw or anything? What vehicle were you driving that day?
The white Pajero.
You still got that car?
Yes, I did.
And that's the one that was inspected by police on the round about the 22nd or something.
It was the 25th. It was Christmas Day.
Christmas Day they took your car.
Yep. Because I went down to my mum and dad's place on Boxing Day and I had to wash it and get all the fingerprint dust and everything off it.
Right. So you're a little bit annoyed. Was it a bit of a mess when you got it back?
Yeah, well, they did a pretty good job of cleaning it, but there's still fingerprint dust all over the inside of it.
Did you volunteer your DNA or did the police that were investigating ask you about your DNA?
The first two officers that came out and spoke to me at home asked if they could take photos and DNA.
Yeah, and you had no objection to that? Have you seen the confits that have been released in relation to this?
Yeah.
You've seen them on TV?
Yeah.
Do you think you look anything like those confits?
Well, I saw one of them, but
Has anyone had said anything to you about it?
nobody. One of them actually looks more like my brother than looks like me.
Oh, okay, where's your brother live?
In Brisbane, just up past Everton Park.
Oh, yeah.
Elder brother.
He wasn't up the coast at the time, was he?
No.
Oh, anything else you want to cover?
When we initially spoke to you, the times are all a bit, you were saying it could have been this time, could have been that time.
Yeah.
You seem a bit more certain about time at the moment.
Just with what you used to show me, like the phone calls and that.
Right.
But I knew I wasn't home any later than 3 o'clock.
Is there anything that can tell us that? Like, is there anything at all that you can say, well, I know I was home by 3 because?
Only that it doesn't take all that long to go up and back.
If the suggestion was, and this is an inference, mind you, people review what we do in relation to this job and come up with suggestions or possibilities.
Yep.
If the suggestion was that you weren't home till 3, and let's face it, there's been a couple of, I think Tracy says it was 3 o'clock, but she wasn't real sure, etc., etc. There's a bit of a gap in time that we're a little bit not concerned about, but a little bit interested to try and work out if we can narrow that time down a little bit.
Yep.
To protect, probably to give you your version more credibility, or secondly, from our point of view, to see if we can't, if there's something that says, well, hang on, Brett was home a bit later than that, and we know that because of this.
Yep.
All of a sudden we've got a bit of a problem with our times. Do you understand why you're of interest to us?
Yeah.
Is there anything at all that you can tell us?
The only thing I can say is what I said back in the other interviews, is the traffic cameras that are around, like the one in Beaver and everything. That's it. It's the only way I'll be able to clarify it.
We have a number of our witnesses. We've got quite a few people that saw Daniel under the overpass and saw a vehicle parked nearby and some people talking to him. The time that you've gone past, so you indicate if you went past at say 2:05, we have a number of witnesses that say that they saw those things there. You're adamant that you didn't see anything there?
I didn't see anybody or any cars or anything there. Not that I was really paying attention to anything like that.
How often would you go to church?
I hadn't been for quite a few months before that, but
Did you feel comfortable going to the church? There's no reason why you wouldn't go there, or
now,
then?
no, I did go. I might have gone once.
And you have a rally or something? Or
I only know a couple of pastors at the church.
how often did you see them?
Every Saturday and Sunday, or every Sunday that I was at church. Like before that, I was going to church Sunday morning and Sunday night.
Right. Okay.
And something was preached over the pulpit that I didn't agree with, and went and spoke to the pastor about it, and he wouldn't change his mind. So
And that's your uncle?
no,
A different one?
He's my uncles, and only they're the head pastors, but they're under the pastors that do the preaching off the stage on Sunday.
Okay. All right. And what are the times for the church services here?
9 in the morning and 6 at night, I think it was.
Is there another one at lunchtime? Not one at 11 o'clock? Okay.
Just a lot of people, as Mark said, and if you sat and you left home at 1, you'd have been driving past that overpass at about 2 o'clock.
No.
If you left home at 1, you're down at their place at 20 to 2.
Wouldn't...
You're there 10 minutes. At 10 to 2 you leave their place. You'd be going at that overpass at 2, 5 past 2. That's when all the activity's happening, you know. That's when Daniel was there.
All of our witnesses are in that period, and they all say that there's a bit of activity under that. You know what I mean? And what I'm interested to know is, you nominated yourself. You contacted us and said told the coppers that you were through under that time.
I didn't contact you, so...
Sorry, the coppers come to you and you said that you nominated that you were there.
Yeah.
And in that period of time is the money time for us, because someone has taken that child in that time and got you in the area. We're not. The problem with us is this is not going anywhere. We can't write this off and say, well, it's definitely not Brett Cowan, to a point, because until we can get our times right, or something extra that's going to say, well, this is why he was named at 2:30. Because the best we can get from Tracy is she believed it was about 3, which gives us at least half an hour, that anything could happen within half an hour. And we only have your word to say that you went a certain way home, you went this way home, and that was the time, etc. You see what we're getting at?
Well, that's what I was saying about the traffic cameras and everything.
When you say traffic cameras, which one are you talking about?
You've got the one at the Nairnville turn off, like going up.
The monitor the traffic flow.
Yeah. You got the one down at Caloundra, you've got the one past Caloundra turn off, and you got one in Beerwa. I'll go past them all. That's the only way I can...
Did you get fuel that day?
No.
Where were you purchasing your fuel at that time?
Nairnville Petroleum.
Did you ever get fuel out on weekends?
Yep. Quite often. And most of the time I'd go to the Nairnville depot, but otherwise it could be Maroochydore or Caloundra.
And what's that entail? You
Just swipe the card.
Yeah.
Get a monthly bill.
Yeah. Did you have any bank accounts around that time?
No, Tracy had all bank accounts. Oh, I might have had a Suncorp account.
And whose name?
My name. Only for the sole purpose of my wages to be put into by Trevor.
Okay. So we know, like, the only thing that clarifies in your mind what time you left home is these phone calls, yeah? Like at 10 to 1 you've rung up, Davis, and then you say you left virtually straight away. And then obviously when you make the call from at 12:58, which is like 2 minutes to 1, you called from a mobile to your landline, which means you're probably mobile in the car at that time, leaving at 1. No, so we basically got you leaving home before 1 o'clock, 5 to 1 or something.
Yep.
Now that I've told you that you've called Tracy at home, do you remember what the conversation was? Like, did you have to stop at a shop? Did she say, can you get something? Did you ring her and say, do you want something?
Can't remember.
You didn't stop at any shops?
No.
You didn't see anyone you knew driving down the road?
No.
What was the nature of the conversation you had with the person you picked the mulcher up from? Were they staying home? Were they going out?
No, they were going out.
Alright, so you weren't there very long, were you? Alright. We're not really any closer, but at least we've clarified with Brett that he's probably on the road by 5 to 1, and he's definitely home by 3.
Do you carry your mobile in the yard?
Yep.
So you would have it on your...
Yep.
How many numbers would you have in your quick dial thing?
10, because that's all mine.
Not that many.
I had shitloads of phone numbers on my phone, but
Back at that time?
yeah, but only 9 on speed dial.
This was there was only one call recorded on the phone that day.
Yeah, but I'm just
On his mobile was only one call.
thinking it was bumped.
Yeah. If you're still in the yard at 1 o'clock, but you'd have it locked, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, the thing not
Locked or
physically starting.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say about it, Brett?
No.
No worries. Oh,
Do you want a landline phone number for me?
for now?
Yeah, if you
Yeah, that'd be good if you can give me that.
02 6679 5081.
You got no problem with us ringing there?
No. Just speak to Donna or me, don't speak to...
So the kids know,
Oh,
wouldn't
don't
do
let
it.
them know.
From the police, no.
667.
Okay. Anything else?
6679 5081.
Alright. You took part in this interview of your own free will?
Yes, I did.
And what you told me here today being the truth?
Yes, it has.
If you had abducted Daniel, would you tell me?
Probably not.
Alright. No worries. We'll terminate the interview at 4:09.